It's just the blessing of God. But Joseph had to experience some serious testing. And you know, I imagine it was kind of hard for him as a young man. He was good looking, very good looking, and attractive. And he was a slave in Potiphar's house. Yes, he had authority. Yes, he was blessed. But temptation came along. Mrs. Potiphar noticed how this man looked trash and ready. A fine young man. And so Mrs. Potiphar decided that she wanted him. And so Joseph was tempted. She tried to seduce him. Can you imagine? He was in his prime. Hormones raging. The urge to merge. Single. But not alone. God was with him. Lonely. A bachelor. Away from home. And young people, sometimes when you are away from home, that's when the temptation is most severe, you know. When you're at university, boarding on the dorm, and everybody is going on with craziness. And mommy and daddy are so far away, they will never know. They will never see. Joseph was far from home. And the temptation was there for him. And Mrs. Potiphar was not a nice lady. Because after the man said no, she didn't take no for an answer. She persevered, she persisted. She kept harassing him and harassing him and harassing him. Until one day she couldn't take it no longer. She hold him down. And the man to say, what? I can't do this and sin against my God. And brethren, when you are in Potiphar's house, you have to remember your God. When the boss come to you and start seduce you, and I know what I'm talking about. Nowadays I'm hearing so many sisters being sexually harassed at work. Let me tell you something, brethren, stand up. Right? A sister told me this week that she was overlooked for so many promotions because she refused the sexual advances of her boss. Brethren, you need to take your stand. You need to take your stand and know your integrity. Don't compromise, because you will not sin against God in Potiphar's house. Amen? Or anywhere for that matter. And so Joseph overcame. And you know the story how he was slandered, falsely accused, because he had to left him shirt. I mean, she couldn't catch him, so she catch him shirt. And then, you know, she framed him. And Potiphar was so sad to have to send this man to prison. Maybe he wanted to kill Joseph. But instead he sent him to prison. And Joseph must have really sunk low. But that's part of the pathway to purpose. But brethren, in prison, God was with Joseph and blessed him. And they saw the blessing on him, and he was shown favor. And would you believe that Joseph was promoted in prison? Turn to your neighbor and say, you can be promoted in prison. It's only God can promote you even in prison. You get what I'm saying, brethren? It doesn't matter what you go through or where you are. You can overcome in every situation. Even prison. Joseph was promoted and blessed. And you know the story how through the gifting that God had given to him, God made a way for him to come out of that prison. And that prison must have been like a dark dungeon. But I can imagine Joseph really considering what is really happening, not understanding the process, but yet praising God. Saying, God, I can't understand what you put me through, but I know there must be a reason, there must be a purpose in this. And brethren, you'll never understand all of God's process. But God will work through the process to bring you into the palace. And so can you imagine what a reversal from the prison straight to the palace? And God again showed favor, and he became the prime minister of Egypt. No, brethren, only God can do that. You're a prisoner number 3, 4, 5. One day, and the next day, you are the prime minister of Egypt. That is God's reversal. You know, brethren, God likes to reverse every curse in your life. He likes to transform situations. So don't nurse it. Reverse it. By the power of God, reverse the curse. Don't feel sorry for yourself in prison. It's part of the process that God is going to deliver you and bring you into the palace by His deliverance through this process.